Hello, 'tis me again. After the last video, well, I become a bit famous. Well, only in certain circles, really. I'm not quite at Hollywood yet, but we're working on it. And Mr. Usborne was quite chuffed because he said, "Oh, you've done quite well with that, my lover. You will make another. You will make one in the bed." Here I am, in the bed. I've even put my pyjamas on for effect. That's what I'm like. I like to get things authentic. So here I am in the bed making another video, and I thought, oh, I don't know what to make another video about in the bed. Now, you're all thinking what he's thinking. Yeah, she could make a rude video. Not going to. Not for you lot. No way. I'm sorry. I won't even make one for him. Nope, because I should know where they'd end up. They shall end up on that Skypey porn thing. We don't want none of that in this house. Thank you very much. So, I thought, well, I could talk to you about my other Hoover, but I don't think you'd be very interested in it because I ain't really. It's only a Hoover. And the other one, well, I've done that, and am I? And I'm gliding from room to room on it. So I'm having loads of fun. So I thought, well, what I could do, because after the last one, everybody was asking me about Orgasm Socks. So, if you are under 18, turn away now. If you're a man, put your hands over your eyes, because you do not want to hear what I got to say about that, do you? Not really, no. Not unless you're a bit on the kinky side. Then you might. But this is information for the girls, alright? Because it's they that been asking. So, where'd you get them from? The Orgasm Socks, that is. Not the orgasms, because we all know where they'd have come from. What do they do? That's the other thing. So, I'll tell you first, shall I? I've been buying mine from Peacocks and Matalan and places like that. But you can get them anywhere. You can. Well, I say that. You can't get them in Currys. You can't get them in the Co-op, I don't think. But after saying that, our Co-op do sell out in gloves down by the envelopes, should you want them. I don't know about socks because I haven't really looked. But then I'm usually too busy in there because I get a bit waylaid by the cake stand and that's it. Socks goes right out my head, and orgasms, because cakes and orgasms, well, you know, it's a close call, isn't it? Cake, orgasm. Which do you prefer? Anyway, back to the socks. Now, you can get all sorts of different socks. I show you these. I'm going to take them off because I got a camera on here. This is how I'm videoing it. And there's a little doofer on here, but I can't find him. And sometimes you can press and then he turns the camera around, but he's gone now. He was here just now and he's gone. So, this is one of the socks I wear, because I always wear a pair, because you've got to wear a pair if you've got 2 feet. These are knobbly, but they're soft, but they're knobbly for effect. I suppose if you can get ribbed ones, it might have the same effect, I don't know. But what you'd want is some nice thick warm ones. You don't want little plain cheap ones that are thin, because they don't have the same effect. They've got to be fluffy. See, I got these. These was fluffy ones. They've got a bit flat now. That's all the orgasms, that is. But you can get these in Tesco's and places like that. They're just ordinary fluffy bed socks, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't know how they turn into orgasm socks, but I'll tell you at the end, right? Now, that's some of the sorts you can get. Or you can get these. Now, we got these in Dunelm. Mr. Husbands bought me these for Christmas. These was nice. And he said, I'm going to buy you these. He said, because these are lovely and thick and fluffy. See? They are. They're fluffy inside and they're fluffy outside. And they are really lovely. These are called teddy bear fur socks, apparently. They weren't very dear. We don't pay a lot for nothing. He's a bit of a cheapskate. I told you that. That's why my Hoover only cost about £90 instead of £300. But he does the same job. Anyway, I had to have some socks that were a little bit different because I was putting them on the wrong feet, and then I was gliding from room to room and I was going all over the place and I was doing the splits, and to be honest, it's not very good for you. And we got these slippy slidey floors in this skinny bitch house. and I ain't very keen on them. I'd rather have a nice rug myself. But we got to have these slippy slidey floors. So to stop me slipping and sliding about when he wasn't here and then ending up, unconscious and stuff like that, he bought me these because they got suckers on the bottom. See they? Well, got one of my hairs on there. Look, it's falling out my hair. Anyway, he bought me these, and now I just stick to the bugger on the floor all the time. Can't move some days. I'm just stuck there. But he said, well, we could do this in the bedroom. They give you some nice orgasms because they're nice and thick. So I thought, well, give it a go. Got nothing to lose, have I? So I put them on. Anyway, feet up against the wall. You knows what happened, don't you? Yeah. Stuck by the suckers to the frigging wall. He, right over the top of me, head first into the bathroom. Yeah. Right into the bathroom, upside down in the shower, ass up in the air, just there, stuck into the skinny bit shower. I've never seen anybody get in the shower that quick, to be perfectly honest. But there he was, upside down in the shower. There was me, stuck to the frigging wall by my socks. I had to get my phone. I had a job to reach my phone. I nearly broke my neck getting that. And my dodgy hip started playing up. Anyways, I had to get the paramedics and the fire brigade had to come out, take the shower apart. There was me stuck to the wall. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. So I would advise, if you don't want that scenario, not to have the ones with the stickers on. Shouldn't go there, not really. And to be honest, when you've had these on for about an hour, don't make no difference, the orgasms, I'm telling you, because your feet's on fire. And when you've got them stuck to a wall and you've got a dodgy hip, it's hell. So I wouldn't wear them not for orgasms and stuff like that. I'd stick to the bobbly ones or the stripy ones. I mean, I'd like the stripy ones myself because I got some nice little purple ones in the car that I'd keep, if I'm out and no, not if I need an orgasm, but if I'm out and I get me cold, my feet gets cold because I got this thyroid, and you know what it's like. When you've got the thyroid problem, you have got to have warm feet. So, this is where it gets interesting. Now, you're saying, how do socks give you orgasms? Well, I'll tell you. You've got to make sure they're tight, mind, as well, because you don't want them slipping off, because that can happen. There's not a little magic thing in them. The only thing that is in these socks when you've got them on is your feet, right? I read it on the internet. I read this some time ago. And it got to be true because it was on the internet, right? And we all know that everything you read on the internet is true. I read that if you wear warm socks to bed, you have more orgasms. So I've tried it out and it's true. The reason is because your feet is lovely and toasty. Yeah, see, you thought there was going to be some magic in it. No, it's because your feet are warm, and if your feet are warm, you're comfortable. Bingo, orgasms all over the place. I don't know if it works if you live on your own, mine, but it probably do, because then you've still got to have warm feet, haven't you? Anyway, I would advise you all just to go down your local shop, get yourself a pair of socks, get your husband in the mood. If you haven't got a husband, because I know some of my friends, you ain't got husbands, and I am kind of sad for you, but kind of pleased as well, because they're not all they're cracked up to be. You could probably just grab somebody in the co-op, bring him home and try him out. Give it a go, you never know, do you? The other thing is, if you don't want to buy any, I mean they're only a couple of pound a pair of socks. Even you can afford a pair of socks, can't you? But if you don't want to go to all that expense of £2 for a pair of socks, what you could do is borrow a pair. But make sure they're clean if they're your husband's, because men and socks and underpants, you know what they're like. The only change him if the Queen's coming or the mother-in-law's popping round. Well, same thing really in their book, innit? So, I wouldn't advise you borrow their socks, not really. I wouldn't borrow Mr. Husband's socks. No. Go to the shops, get yourself a pair of socks, grab a bloke if you ain't got one, bring it home, tell him it's an experiment. Most of them are quite willing to experiment. Make sure it's a bit of a looker, mind. You don't want no minger. No, my sister had a few of they. You don't want no mingers. You just want a nice little good looking bloke that you've got to wake up to the next morning. Or, I mean, he could end up upside down in your shower, couldn't he? And you want him to be looking good from both ends. So, get yourself some socks, get yourself a man, get yourself to bed, let me know how it goes. My next video, because you haven't got the hang of this now, apart from the little doofery camera thing on the front, the next video got to come from the bath, and I shan't be wearing clothes for that. And